The Jonathan Majors situation just got a lot more complicated with more accusations and him being dropped by his manager. What does this mean for the future of the MCU and him as Kang? Let's talk about it. Real quick before we get into it, please do hit the subscribe button down below. It does my channel a lot of good. Now, a couple videos ago, I was talking about the whole Jonathan Majors situation and mainly what it means for the future of the MCU, because the MCU is his big franchise. Now, I know he's going to be in other franchises and be in other huge movies, like the Creed movies. However, there's been accusations thrown at Jonathan Majors. Whether they are true or not has yet to be proven, but it's looking like they could be very true, just solely on the fact that there are multiple cases, and his manager dropped him. So Jonathan Majors, his manager recently said, you know what, we're not going to do business anymore. So Jonathan Majors, his manager left, and he's been kind of fired or let go from other projects, including a ad campaign for the Texas Rangers, I believe it was. So he's losing a lot of jobs from these accusations. Whether they are true or not. If they are true, he should not be anywhere near the MCU. And honestly, right now, I don't know what Kevin Feige is thinking, given that all of the MCU movies recently have not been doing well critically or at the box office. And now you have this mess. They're trying to fix all the upcoming MCU movies because there's script problems. And now you have this. That's a big problem, because especially at the end of Loki Season 1 and Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, they really set up Kang to be the big bad in the future of the MCU, especially in the end of Ant-Man 3, when you see him as all these variants. Now, I think they could recast him, or just have different variants of the character, because it is weird that with Loki, there are different actors playing the variants, but when you have characters like Doctor Strange or Kang, it's just the same actor playing a bunch of different variants. So I think they could go that route and just make him a variant instead of like just recasting the character. They could just make him kind of a newer character. But this is not great for the MCU, because Jonathan Majors is a very strong actor. He was great in Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. He was great in Loki. He was really good in Creed 3 and Devotion from last year. And of course, Lovecraft Country. He's a really strong actor. And this is kind of just a shame to see this happening, because he did have such a promising future, being the star of the biggest franchise of all time. In the next saga, he was going to be the villain. I mean, just look at Thanos and how popular Thanos was. I don't know if Kang would have ever gotten there, because the MCU is not really mainstream pop culture anymore, due to there being so many projects, and after Endgame, that kind of felt like the end for a lot of people. But he still could have been a huge success in those movies, and he could have been an A-list celebrity when it came to blockbusters. Unfortunately, all this is happening. Whether it's true or not, again, I don't know. I think the MCU is talking about it. I know they said there has been like no discussions about recasting, but after what's come out in the last 2 days, I think there definitely are discussions going on what they should do with him in the future. There you guys have it, though. There are my thoughts on the whole situation with Jonathan Majors. Tell me your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the situation? Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button down below.